Alright, we're going to go ahead and get underway with our 10th game of Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the SNES, and so far we've won $488,551. Let's see if we can win more. Maybe we can over $500,000. We have Jim and Jenny facing me today, 2 J's. We're going to be playing with these categories: potpourri, famous pairs, fashion, world religion, education, and finally, royalty. Alright. I'll take the categories as they are. We'll start with education for 100.
The answer is...
Veterans were first granted funds to continue their education under this 1944 bill. What is the GI Bill? I'll have education for 200. There's the daily double. I'll do 500. U.S. educator who advised Teddy Roosevelt and tapped on racial problems in politics. Who is Booker T. Washington? Education 300, please.
The answer is...
At most U.S. high school graduations, the second-ranking student gives the welcoming address. Who is the salutatorian? We'll take education for 400, please.
The answer is...
The highest possible score on the math or verbal section of the Scholastic Aptitude Test. What is 800? Education for 5, please.
The answer is...
Through there. The language spoken at the first U.S. kindergarten opened in 1856 in Watertown, Wisconsin. What is German? Ran the category and had $1,800. Famous pairs 100.
The answer is...
When partners Bert and Irving founded this ice cream chain in 1948, they had fewer than 31 flavors. What is Baskin Robbins? I'll have famous pairs for 200.
The answer is...
He shared top billing on a TV cartoon show with the Roadrunner. Who is Bugs Bunny? Bugs Bunny is correct. I'll have famous pairs for 300, please.
The answer is...
With Bill Todman, he produced TV game shows such as I've Got a Secret and What's My Line. Who is Mark Goodson? Famous pairs 400.
The answer is...
Last name of tax specialists Henry and Richard. What is Block? And famous pairs for 500, please.
The answer is...
In the early 1960s, Roger Maris and this other New York named Yankee were known as the M&M Boys. Who is Mickey Mantle? Ran that category. Okay. I'll have fashion for 100.
The answer is...
On May 15th, 1940, the first stockings made of this went on sale. What is nylon? Yep. Fashion for 200.
The answer is...
Turn of the century women wore soft felt ones called trilbies, named for its Bengali songstress. Jim? Hats. Oh, hats. Yeah. All right. Jim now has his first bit of cash, and he gets to make a selection. World religion, 100.
The answer is.
In Hebrew, this word literally means fit, as in fit to be eaten. What is kosher? World religion, 200.
The answer is.
The holy day of the week in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. What is Saturday? World religion for 300, please.
The answer is.
Biblical event commemorated by the taking of communion in Christian ceremonies. What is the Last Supper? World religion, 400.
The answer is.
European mercenaries in the 15th to 19th century that now exist only to protect the Pope. Who are the Swiss Guards? And I'll have a world religion for 500.
The answer is.
Every good Muslim is expected to make one of these pilgrimages to Mecca once in his life. What is a Hajj? That's right. Wow, pulled that one out. I'll have fashion for 300.
The answer is.
A Mother Hubbard is a full, loose one you might wear to fetch your poor dog a bone. Jenny? Oh, she doesn't have a clue. Ha ha. Too bad. Jim? Oh, he doesn't have a clue either. Ha ha. He'll join Jenny in the hole. I'm going to pass. I don't know. It is a dress. Oh, okay. Fashion for 400.
Answer is.
By the 1920s, Balenciaga was the leading courier in this country, his homeland. What is Spain? Yep. Fashion for 500.
The answer is.
Before he struck out on his own, Pierre Cardin helped this designer create his new look. Jenny. Christian Dior. Okay, I was thinking him for some reason or another. But his name was just not coming to me, but that's okay. Which one do you want, Jenny? You want potpourri or you want royalty? Potpourri, 100.
The answer is.
It's the state dog of Virginia, Tally-Ho. What is the foxhound? Potpourri, 200.
The answer is.
It has been said that this neutral country doesn't have an army. It is an army. What is Switzerland? I'll have potpourri for 300.
The answer is.
This fuzzy green fruit is also known as the Chinese gooseberry. What is kiwi? Potpourri, 400.
The answer is.
World acknowledging a witty remark that strikes home, or a hit in fencing. What is a joust? No. Oh, I think I just figured it out. Touche, yeah, that's what I was thinking, but too late. Oh well. So Jim now has some cash. Where's he gonna go? He's going to finish potpourri. Alright.
The answer is
In a nursery rhyme, these body parts are described as 30 white horses upon a red hill. What are eyes? That's wrong. So I dropped to $5,000. Jenny. Oh, Jenny's back in the hole. Too bad. Jim. Teeth and gums. Oh, okay. All that's left is royalty. Let's get to it.
the answer is
Murdered in a palace intrigue, this Persian king was succeeded by his son, Artaxerxes I. Who is Xerxes? $200.
the answer is
This prince consort is the president of World Wildlife Fund International. Jenny. Prince Philip. Oh, okay. I was thinking it for some reason, but his name wasn't coming to me right away. 300.
the answer is
The favorite toast of this lusty empress was, God grant us our desires and grant them quickly. Who is Catherine the Great? $400.
the answer is
Her son, Louis XVII, probably died of natural causes at 10, but many believed he'd been poisoned. Jenny. Marie Antoinette. Correct.
the answer is
This Hohenzollern ruler was the last German emperor and the last king of Prussia. Jenny gets this right. She will tie Jim for second place at $800 each. Wilhelm II. She's right. She and Jim each have $800. I'm up front with $5,400. Double Jeopardy to commence.
here are the categories.
For Double Jeopardy, we have mythology. Number, please. That should be pretty easy. First families. Actresses and roles. Fiction. And finally, Pennsylvania. Well, three of these categories, we're not going to have a problem. Here we go. Let's get started. We're going to fiction for $200. Daily double. And you can risk up to $1,000, which I know Jim will do. Here's the clue in fiction. Swashbuckling and continued his daring adventures in a sequel, The Elusive Pimpernel, and it's the Scarlet Pimpernel. He's right. So Jim got $1,800, and where are we going, Jim? Actresses and roles, $200.
The answer is
This little girl played the Little Colonel, Little Miss Broadway, and Little Miss Marker. Who is Shirley Temple? Let's have fiction for $400. I should do well in this category.
the answer is
Troublemaker, whose half-brother Sid was a quiet boy and had no troublesome ways. Who's Tom Sawyer? Oops. Nope. Fiction 6.
the answer is
This detective was once one of the most celebrated members of the Belgian police. Who is Hercule Poirot? Fiction 8.
The answer is
The first chapter of this H.G. Wells novel is The Strange Man's Arrival. What is the Invisible Man? Let's have fiction for 1,000.
the answer is
Most of the short stories in this book in our time feature Nick Adams as the central character. Who's Ernest Hemingway? That's good for 1,000. I'm at $8,400. I'll take Actresses in the Roles for 400, please.
the answer is
This Gabor sister did the voice of Duchess the Cat in Walt Disney's The Aristocats. Who is Ava Gabor? Actresses in the Roles for 6, please.
the answer is
Geraldine Page's last Broadway role was the happy medium in this Noel Coward play. Jenny? Blithe Spirit. I was thinking that for some reason, but I chose not to ring in. That's okay. Jenny, your turn. Actresses in Roles 800.
the answer is
Comedian who got an Oscar nod for playing a choir singer in her first film, Nashville. Jim. Lily Tomlin. Oh, okay. Jim's right. Now Actresses in Roles 1,000.
the answer is
Answer there. This Cuban-American actress starred on Broadway and they're playing our song. Jenny. Lucy Arnaz. Correct. Alright, we have 4 categories left, Jenny. Which one do you want? Pennsylvania, 200. I should do well
the
here.
answer is
In the 19th century, towns like York and Gettysburg were stations on this railroad. What is the Underground Railroad? Pennsylvania, 400.
the answer is
Shunning modern means of transport. Pennsylvania Dutch people drive wagons pulled by these. What are horses? Pennsylvania, 600.
the answer is
South Williamsport hosts the World Series of this group every August. What is the Little League? It's going to put me right at $10,000. Oops. Sorry. Pennsylvania, 800.
the answer is
In 1692, this royal couple removed William Penn as governor of Pennsylvania. Who are William and Mary? Pennsylvania, 1,000. Nearly double. All in. Pennsylvania produces almost all of America's supply of this kind of coal. What is anthracite? That's right. First family's 200.
the answer is
Before the 1988 election, she joked that if George lost, she'd get a facelift and dye her hair red. Who's Barbara Bush? First family's 400.
The answer is
Frederick Dent, Ellen Marshall, Jenny Root, and Ulysses Simpson were his children. Who's Ulysses S. Grant? First minute trivia 6.
the answer is
First lady who was born Claudia Alta Taylor. Who's Lady Bird Johnson? First family is 8.
the answer is
His wife Rachel lived to see him elected but died before he was inaugurated. Jenny. Andrew Jackson, yeah, I was thinking him for some reason, but it wasn't coming to me right away. First family, 1,000.
the answer is
The first White House wedding took place in 1812, and this First Lady's sister Lucy was the bride. Jim. Dolly Madison, and I was thinking her too, but it didn't dawn on me in time. Okay, Jim, we have mythology or number please. Which one will it be? Mythology for 200.
the answer is
His favorite residence was the woods and mountains of Arcadia, where he played his pipes. Who's Pan? Mythology 400.
the answer is
These Sylvan deities were part man and part goat and served Bacchus. What are satyrs? Who were the satyrs, I should say? I'll have mythology for 6.
the answer is
Classified between human and god, the dryads were these female spirits of the woods. What are harpies? No, not harpies. Jenny. Nymphs. Oh, that's right. That's okay. Number please for 200.
the answer is
On TV's Get Smart, this was the number of the agent who gave birth to twins. Who is 99? Let's have number please for 400.
the answer is
News magazine seen Friday nights on ABC, or an ophthalmologist's term for normal vision. What is 20/20? Number please 600.
the answer is
World War I, Doughboy said this many Frenchmen can't be wrong, even though there weren't that many. What is 50 million? I'll have 800.
the
Number
answer
please
is
800, I should say, sorry. Number of lords a-leaping in the song The 12 Days of Christmas. Ten. Mythology 800.
the answer is
Artemis, the goddess of wildlife, was the twin sister of this son of Zeus. Who is Athena? No. I'm getting clues wrong all of a sudden. Oh well, it's okay. It was. Ooh, Jim doesn't know. Too bad. Apollo, right. I wasn't 100% sure, but it's okay. It's okay. Next clue. Number, please. 1,000.
The answer is.
In Italian art and literature, Quattrocento refers to the style of this century. What is the 15th? Last clue.
The answer is.
Then we go to Final Jeopardy. Its match was from the forest of Dodona, where the trees had the power of prediction. The Argo, yeah. So at the end of Double Jeopardy, Jenny has $6,400, Jim $2,800. I have $24,200, so there's no way I can be caught. Unless I do something really stupid, but I don't plan to. The category is 1982. After 11 months of internment by the Polish government, this solidarity leader went home in November, who was Lech Walesa. So that's going to result in a payday of $48,400. And that's a 10 gambling total of $536,951.
The Final Jeopardy answer is.
Is it Lech Walesa? Yep, sure is. As mentioned, I won $536,000, $536,951. Jim got it right. He doubles his money to $5,600. Jenny is right. She goes up to $10,800, and I got it right. I go to $48,400. And I'll see you all for that next video coming soon.